Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Indie Comics Talk. This is, I think, episode 23 for this year, which is
What
like
season are we on?
3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 3. The third year started technically. Well, it was 2 years ago. We started doing it 2021. So
hmm
I started counting seasons this year. None of the other ones have seasons or episodes, but
Okay,
we're doing it this year. We're
good. I
counting
like
them.
that.
But yeah, episode 23. I did 33 last year, and we're already at 23 in April. So it's gonna be a bigger year.
Okay. I
So
like
welcome.
that.
Got Allen Dunford back to the channel to talk about Grandma Chainsaw #2,
hmm
and a little bit of throw a little Pocus Hocus in there because issue 5 got that from the last campaign.
Uh-huh.
So
We've been busy.
we've been
We have been
busy,
very
and
busy. Yeah.
we got some more coming up right after this. So
Yep.
yeah, you guys are just killing it right now.
Man, I don't know if you want to define it as killing it, but we're something.
Well, I mean, Grandma Chainsaw's killing it,
Okay.
or
Yeah.
killing somebody.
She's just killing. How about that? We just leave it.
Killing.
She's just killing.
Yeah, we'll just go with killing.
Yeah.
And just to make fun of Joey for a second, we were just talking about how this was the same comment you made last time Alan was on here.
hmm
And we did the name swap last time because we found out we were doppelgangers. But we got to go for some new things this time. And shout out to John. Met John at MegaCon just this last weekend. And it's a busy Kickstarter campaign season as everybody just dropped their campaigns this weekend. So let's talk about why Grandma Chainsaw is the campaign to back, because everybody's got campaigns right now.
They do. Everybody does. It is a very, I don't want to use the word crowded market. It's a very you have options.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some, I think, and I think with that, there's something out there for everybody
Literally.
to
Right.
check out. So you're hitting up the horror humor market, feel like, which is such a cool combination. So let's do the quick. What is Grandma Chainsaw about? And then we'll talk a little bit
Yeah,
more.
Grandma Chainsaw, it does what it says on the label.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, it's what you expect, right? So,
Yep.
um, on its surface, and I think we talked about this a little bit before. Um, Whenever we were running through issue 1 and promoting it, doing the circuit, we felt like we undersold the book because the quick pitch is Grandma Chainsaw's about 4 people get lost on vacation and they end up at Grandma Hazel's doorstep,
Yeah.
and we didn't want to give too much away, especially with how the book ends. So it was one of those things where uh, Grandma Chainsaw is in my opinion anyway, it is a very fun and wild ride that pays homage to a lot of the horror movies that we love, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Evil Dead. We have like Exorcist references. We just try to have fun with this thing,
Yeah.
and we really hope that came through more than anything. Is that the creative team behind this is having fun and they're passionate about what they're making.
Yeah. One thing I gotta tell you is I really haven't been into like horror movies too
Mhm.
much ever.
Yeah.
You got a guest in the background there. Your cat walked
Oh,
by.
she's coming. Don't worry. She'll make her presence known. Don't worry.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
I
look.
just but I watched my first welcome to the channel.
Yeah.
Welcome to the channel, Kitty.
Glad you're here.
Watched my first like slasher movie with Scream 6.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's like
So
my very first. I'm just like, let's
yeah,
just jump in at the end of things going on right now. And now I'm like, why have I not been watching these? This is fun.
yeah. It's it's
Um,
it's a it's a weird type of fun, right?
right.
Yeah.
But like I feel like at least in Scream,
Mhm.
there's levels of them not taking it too seriously.
Right. And you have that with Scream, which is one of the reasons why I really appreciate that whole franchise because it knows what it is and what it's trying to do.
Right. And so I feel like Grandma Chainsaw's got that energy of like,
Mhm.
we're having fun here. We're we're gonna throw humor in here. We're gonna throw some interesting characters into the end of issue number 1.
Yeah.
Which I guess spoilers if you haven't read Grandma
Um,
Chainsaw number 1.
right. Yeah, we kind of, and this is what's
But
unfortunate about it. We can't. Yeah. Why first? We we're at the point where we have to kind of spoil it, and we did that a little bit on the campaign because
mhm,
whenever you're crowdfunding, um, you have to give people a preview to show what you're doing, where you are in the book, and
yeah,
it whenever you're telling a linear story, especially whenever you get into later issues, like and especially with like Pocus and everything like that. Um, it's absolutely crazy because we can't hide too much because we have
right.
to show you a preview. We got to show you that, hey, we're serious about this. This is the progress we're making, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
for anyone watching that doesn't want spoilers, please go check out the campaign. I think that you'll have a
Yeah.
blast, but give them those spoilers, Jeremy.
Yeah, we're gonna talk spoilers
Yeah,
because the how many characters? Five characters that show up at the end?
6.
6.
Hmm.
I'm gonna do the spoiler with the Kit Wallace cover here
Okay.
because I think I just love that cover. And we talked about that last time.
Hmm.
Uh just this zany cast of characters shows up at the end and they're
Hmm.
like, we've got this. We're gonna take care of this lady.
Yeah.
And
Eh,
they're not.
yeah.
They're not.
That was so it was funny because whenever we were creating the Dead Squad, um, we knew that we wanted to make a slasher, right? We didn't want to make anything that was too serious or too drawn out, and only have the 4 original characters, right? So we were thinking, how do we ramp up our body count? And one of the ideas that Will had was he's like, well, what if we just have like people waiting in the woods, like some like maybe like cool souped up like monster hunters? And then we were brainstorming. We're like, no, 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 they
Not
have to be this group, right?
yeah.
And then that was the Dead Squad inception, and we were just cracking up because we're both in that culture, right? Like it is what it is, and it was just so much fun to write and work on these guys.
Yeah, no, that I just that you get a chuckle seeing that
Mhm,
page. So, like we said, if you hadn't read it, well, I didn't want to show too much of what's going on there, but we got to talk about it a little bit
mhm,
because it's important, I think, to issue number 2 here coming up,
right.
and some of the weird things that are going to happen. But it's a very cool reveal at the end, and they already make themselves known as pretty incompetent
Yeah.
with throwing a knife into one of the characters' heads,
Yeah.
like, oh well, okay, and he's fine. All right,
Yeah,
well,
he's cool.
he's okay. Just has a knife sticking out of his head like that. I mean, it's on the cover too. Kit threw that on the cover there, which I
Yeah,
love.
and we showed in the preview pages as well, which was one of
Yeah,
those like just something we were just trying to have fun with, right?
yeah,
We showed them removing the knife because we that was something that we wanted out the gate, was just like immediately just them just trying to fix their mistake, right? And still not realizing that they are that incompetent.
Joey asking the real questions here. Which member of the Dead Squad are you?
Every one of them in spirit, I think.
This guy. No. Although anybody can become him by
Yes.
getting a shirt, which
Yeah,
that
that
I
shirt
chose to
was
go for the shirt.
yeah, the shirt was Joey's idea. I'm a sucker for a t-shirt, but we'll get into that whenever we start getting down the campaign a little bit.
Yeah,
But yeah, Grandma Chainsaw to us is just such a wild and crazy story, and
yeah,
we want to have so many twists and turns that you're not going to see what's coming next. Um, and it's one of those things where we wanted everything just to be, like we said, unexpected, to be fun, but most importantly, it's fun. And
yeah,
you're getting a good laugh. And we tried to write, especially the Death Squad, we tried to write them just so awful that you can't wait to see what happens to them in a bad way.
yeah. You're not rooting for them to live.
Right.
Versus, like the original group, you're kind of rooting for them,
Yeah.
and well, yeah,
Yeah.
things don't go
So
so well.
and that was the thing too, that we were of course we're writing this thing and we're seeing it drawn out and we're just hoping that people respond to it, but the first couple of deaths that you see in Grandma Chainsaw #1, the feedback that we received from that was awesome because people are like, this was unexpected. We loved it. Like, it was
Right.
creative, all this stuff. We're like, okay, cool. So we know that we're on the right track because at that point, issue 2 was already written. And the kills in issue 2 are we go in, and that was one of the reasons why we wanted the manga cover so much, was because one, that's how we feel like the Dead Squad sees themselves,
Yeah.
and number two, to kind of tease a little bit, this is definitely the last issue, or issue 1, however you want to look at it, the only time you're going to see them all alive. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a feeling very quickly some of them are just like, make an error and that's it. That
Yeah.
just, like, and they and just being able to like pick that up from like seeing them in like what 3 pages, 4 pages at the
Mhm.
end, like
Yeah, they're not in there long, which is kind of crazy,
yeah.
but it feels like an eternity.
I don't want any of them to die.
Yeah,
People gotta die, man.
I know.
It's their time. It's their time. They
Yeah,
gotta
you
go.
know what it is. You know what book you signed up for.
He's like, I'm done promoting this. You killed off my favorite characters.
Yeah.
I'm
I hate this
done.
book. It's stupid.
uh yeah, no, they're just they give off such interesting personalities off the bat, just seeing them like 2 seconds, right?
Mhm,
And so what you guys have done with the writing with them and what Brian did with the art and depicting them really
mhm.
brings them to life pretty quickly.
It was funny because we just gave the script to Brian, and keep in mind all the characters that Brian drew, we did not give him any direction. So all of this is Brian.
So Brian's the mastermind behind it all.
Yes, 100%. Because we kind of told, this is what some of their personalities are. These two are a couple that everyone hates to be around because they're just gross.
Yeah.
And then you have their leader who has this weird god complex about himself, and then you have these other two, right? And then
Yeah.
we were just trying, and then we have, of course, another one, and then that was it. And it's like, Brian, just have fun. These are just kind of their personalities. And then we really wrote around Brian's strengths too, because it's cool to like be inspired by your team, because which I feel like everyone should be, because this is as much as
Yeah.
the writer's book as it is the artist, as it is the colorist, as it is the letterers, because we all inspire and influence each other, and it's just awesome to see the group work that way.
Yeah, it's good when you can tell a team's in sync, right?
Mhm.
Um, you're not seeing that like there's some big disconnect between the art and the story, or
Right.
even like you said, the letterer
Mhm.
is so important. If they're completely not picking up what's supposed to be happening in the story,
Oh yeah,
that's it. The
you're
story's
missing the point. Yeah.
the story's done. They're not getting the right emphasis. They're not
Mhm.
creating the right style for the balloons, for the letters. It's over.
Yeah, 100%.
Like terrible lettering can just ruin like a really good
Yeah,
book.
and it's funny too because like when you get started and start working in like this indie scene and this indie medium, you don't realize how important each individual piece is to bringing a comic book to life. So we really
Yeah.
lucked out with the team that we have. So hats off to all you guys.
Yeah. I mean, they're fantastic. It was funny is like I think I just saw your letter, or Dave was also the letter for another one I've got coming up
Mhm.
to talk about on the channel. And then I think I had posted something recently. I think he did the Illusion Witch.
Yes, he
That
did.
came
Yeah.
from Sumerian.
Yeah. So just shout out to Ruben. He is
Yeah.
incredible. Start to finish, his stories. It's funny because I was talking to, I can't remember who it was about it, and it was like I envy Ruben so much because he tells every story from the heart,
Yeah.
and here I am just being a complete idiot. But yeah,
There's
so
heart
again,
there's heart in that too.
yeah,
Just like being there and having fun with it, like that's a different kind of heart versus the
mhm,
like of course there's the pouring your heart into like the emotional side of things
yeah,
too. But it's still there.
yeah,
Uh I got to meet Ruben this
mhm,
past weekend at MegaCon, and he put his heart into selling out his book at the con because they had
yeah.
like they brought a bunch of trade paperbacks and he just they were gone by Saturday. He sold them all out.
Well
But
worth it too. If anyone's ever read that book, it's awesome.
Yeah. Him and another writer, C. Solis, got into an argument over Dave and who was gonna make him work more
Yeah.
on Twitter on my
It's
tweet, and I was
us.
like,
It's
what?
actually us. There's another. It's us.
And then yeah, now I'm like,
Yep.
wait, hold on. There's a third person that I know that's
Yep.
getting Dave doing a lot of things. So the competition's heating up.
Yep.
Watch
Uh,
out, Ruben. Watch out.
Unfortunately, Dave's worth it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, and then of course you got this guy over here on the PR side of things,
Mhm.
and putting the awesome design together on the page, which is always very important.
Oh yeah,
Um,
man. Joey did such a good job um, building the campaign. This is definitely, you know, probably one of my favorite things that Joey has done from one of our campaign stances. So thank you,
yeah,
Joey. Appreciate that, man.
yeah. We'll spend a little bit of time on here. Which one? Congrats, you guys hit that goal in less than 24 hours.
Yep. So we very happy and
Now
very
it's
yeah. It's just that because like we were talking about before, man, it's crazy how much stuff there is right now.
yeah,
So it's just it's awesome to just be able to say, okay, we're funded. Whew. Now
right.
we can go into a little bit of the lull a little bit more optimistically, right?
Yeah, yeah, and aim for those stretch goals, the things that I feel like are always there. It's like I want to add this thing to the campaign, but we need to hit certain marks to be able to do it. And now
Right.
can focus on moving there, have a little bit less pressure on meeting the end goal,
Hmm.
and then be able to do all that other stuff. I love that it says from the deranged minds.
Yeah, that's a
Uh,
Joey thing. I
yeah.
think I don't even know if he was trying to be funny or if that was just like a literal jab, but if he thinks we're crazy.
I mean, so like, rereading through like Pocus Hocus and looking at some of the stuff, I'm like, it's just like it's got dark moments, but it's just like it's humor all over the
Mhm.
place. And the same thing starts coming into Grandma Chainsaw. So how do you guys find the way to like balance the humor and the horror in a way that really comes across fun in this type of
Um,
story?
it's it's weird because you, if you try to force humor, it's never going to work, right? So we always try to just think about what would make us laugh, or I guess having like a sixth sense of humor really pays off in this instance. Um, so like the stuff that we're doing on Grandma Chainsaw, like whenever Will and I are writing this thing, man, we are cracking up the whole time. And I think that's good and that's healthy for where
Yeah.
you need to be in telling your story when you can actually say, okay, at least this is making us laugh. So hopefully this will make someone else laugh.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you're having fun, there's got to be somebody out there that's got the same sense of humor.
Right.
Hopefully, if you're the only people with that sense of humor, then maybe
And maybe it's
may-
you.
maybe we want to talk with someone about that.
Yeah.
But no, it's good though. Like
Mhm.
it comes across well. Nothing feels forced humor wise.
Because comedy is so subjective. And I
Mhm.
think we talked about this before too, and so is horror, right? Some people like psychological horror, some people like slashers, some people just like in your face, like the violin tells you when to get jump scared. You know what I mean? Stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like, so I feel like we really are taking a risk with some of it, but we hope that it paid off well with all the genres that we blended together.
yeah. Uh, yeah. There's
Yep.
definitely at least what 113 people with that sense of humor.
On
Back
this
with
one
Grandma
so far.
Chainsaw
Yeah.
right now.
So I
Yeah.
guess the true test is we had a little over 200 backers, I think, on the first one. So we'll see if we
Yeah.
have more than that on this
See,
one.
see if you get the same number
Yeah.
coming back, because you get those statistics right of like who comes back versus who's
Mhm.
new.
Yeah.
So like, is it 113 brand new people, or
Yeah. Or
did
is it
any of those
actually
two
is it a mix? Right.
right?
Yeah.
It's like everybody from the first. Well, I guess I can say I came back,
You
So
did.
I might have the same sick, twisted sense of humor. I don't
Oh,
know.
you definitely do. I knew that since the first conversation.
I mean, when we looked the same, we knew.
Yeah,
Like,
right then and there. That's when we knew.
that was it. Like, yep, same humor. All right. But yeah, no, I mean, actually, honestly, I think it was like this right here was one of the first things I was like on that first book. I immediately was like, yep, this is gonna be good.
This is it.
just the blood writing of Grandma Chainsaw.
Mm-hmm. So it was funny because after we did that one, that was when we decided, okay, so this is what we need to do. Every issue now, we have to have that crazy intro page.
Mm-hmm.
And you get to see issue 2's on here. And issue 3's is probably our favorite one. Until we see what we have for issue 4, of course.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so it's, I don't know if you can tell it or not, but issue 2's is she's knitting skin. And it says part 2.
Just
how wholesome.
Making herself I don't know what that even could be.
It's a little, I guess, yeah, it's a little skin quilt.
Skin quilt. It's got lots of holes in it though, so she's gonna be a little cold.
Yep. It's not for her though, it's for us.
Grandma Chainsaw, you gotta keep yourself warm at night.
Mm-hmm.
Can't die too soon. The dead squad would not be doing their job well.
No.
The other thing, like I said, I was like scrolling through the campaign earlier, like the quote from your grandma. Yeah. I don't know if that's an actual quote from your grandma. But...
Yeah, because she likes Pocus, and then I remember trying to explain to her what this is. And it was just the look of bewilderment, which fair, you know, like, yeah. I get it, yeah, but it was just so funny, man.
Does she think that it's influenced by her?
No, she knows that she's an angel on earth and she could do no wrong.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
because that would be like, she's like, is this what you think of me? You think
yeah. No, she knows where she stands in my heart.
That's good. It's good.
So, and what we wanted to do on here too is we also wanted to include a free view. So we went ahead and put the first 8 pages up as an ash can. So all you have to do is just click that.
Click.
Mm-hmm.
I would click it, but it would open in a new tab probably. And
yeah, it's going to open
only sharing this current tab.
Oh yeah, let's not do that then.
Yeah. But everyone can go over to the link, which I have in the description, but I'll post it again in the chat too for anyone watching. And you can go on over and check it out. See if you like those first 8 pages, and
yep,
go pick up issue 1 and 2.
Because I was thinking about it, and it's kind of funny now in retrospect, obviously, but like whenever you actually look at those first pages, that's in Grandma 1, and then you go in and look at the preview pages for what we have, you probably look at that and you're like, what the hell is going on in this thing? This doesn't make any sense.
How did I get from these pages to that?
Yeah.
Who are these guys? Where did they come from?
Yeah, none of this is, why did I waste my money on this?
The one thing, Joey, I gotta say is I wanted a clean cover image so I could put it into the thumbnail. So I've got on the thumbnail, I've got part of like Brian's name is like it's just cropped around the edges of the cover.
Okay. That's okay. Always give Brian a shout out.
This works.
So yeah, this is our main cover. This is cover A. Brian did great, and Jason did amazing on the coloring, like always. It's just Brian, he understood the assignment and just made a wild cover. Like, this is, if you have to judge a book by its cover, I'm happy we have this one.
Yeah. And Joey, I will. I'll message you for the cover. That'll make things easier. But yeah, I was behind on thumbnail making because of MegaCon, so I put things together like just yesterday for thumbnails because we're all far behind. That's okay. But yeah, caught up for the week. And this one, when you showed me this after the last discussion, I was like, yep, I have to get this.
You're like, yep, this one's mine.
This one's mine. So I got the I think I did the shirt package and then added this one on because
I can't wait to talk about the shirt.
But yeah, no, Kit, just another killer Kit cover, which
Yep.
I saw there's a whole, was it a Kit-tastic package?
Man, I don't remember what pun I used this time. every Kickstarter we do, we always want to pay respects to Kit.
You ain't kitten.
There you go.
You ain't kitten.
Yeah, because the first one we ever did was the Kit starter pack. And then Holy Kit, I think, was the most recent one before this one. But yeah, it's just always our way of just saying thank you to Kit for all the amazing work that he definitely is better than doing it for us. So thank you for taking the time and just being awesome, man. We can't thank you enough.
I mean, he always seems like he's having fun with these covers,
Mhm.
though. I've got the, I think this was my favorite from Pocus Hocus, and like we're talking about, there's so many things going on, so I try not to overdo it with covers, but this one I couldn't say no.
Yeah, I loved that one.
And
then,
of course,
mhm,
Horus in Hell on the ash
yes.
can.
And I can't wait to we'll talk about that a little bit toward the end of the show. But
Yeah.
yeah. So we already have our number 3 cover for Kit done. And
Nice.
he went crazy on that one. I can't wait for everyone to see it.
So we're gonna have like half the team gone, and
Yeah, he's just gonna cross out. Yeah.
Like the what is the X-Men Days of Future Past cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we show who's there and who's not now.
Yeah, eliminated.
Yeah. And then Ruben Mocho, just amazing work all around. Like, there not enough good I can say about this cover and his work, and just his passion whenever he approached us to do the cover. It's just a good action shot cover, right? Another one of those, if you were to judge the book by its cover, this is one of them.
Yeah. I mean, you know what's going on here.
And then Sajad, what else can we say about this?
I know that tempted me to throw on another cover.
Yeah, it's a clean cover,
good.
man. Like,
so good.
Yeah, it's just a good, clean cover with blood.
If I had infinite funds, this would be on there too, because it's that good.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what that one looks like in metal.
Ooh.
Yeah, with that silver gloss over it. And then speaking of which, we have a One Angel exclusive cover through the Geek Collective, and it's available to 30 of them with holofoil and metal.
So this guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that's sick. Especially with the hollow cover touch on that.
Yeah, man.
Glowing hair, like fantastic.
Yeah, Juan did such a good job on that too. So, and it's just awesome to be surrounded by all these amazing creators that are putting forth so much effort, just because for some reason they genuinely like this story about this crazy geriatric lady.
Hey, everybody likes something weird.
No. We promise this book's really fun. We promise.
Yeah. No, it's weird. It's fun weird. You know, like you don't expect the grandma to be the serial killer.
Yep. And it's.
I mean, we knew that going in, but in reality, you don't.
Yeah.
Did he design these knowing they were going to be hollow and metal? Because it does work so well.
Yeah, I remember whenever he finally sent over Joey the proof, and because we were trying to decide, because we like the idea of having the exclusive hollow and metal, just because it's a cool kind of like collector's item, right? Because we do limit them to 30, and it's just like, hey, I was there, right?
Yeah.
So no, he sent that, and I said, Joey, that's it. That's the one that we got to do. Just because of how dark everything is and how creepy. It's like, this is just it's a really good companion cover to everything else.
Oh yeah, definitely is.
Yep.
Look at these people saying good things.
I know, we paid them a lot of money, especially Pat.
Yeah, Pat, who just got Destiny New York news.
Yeah,
by Sony, like
incredible, right?
Incredible.
Let's just, dude, to hell with this. Let's just talk about Pat now and how great he is.
I mean, yeah, all right, we're done with this. Let's close this out. I mean, come on, Destiny New York. Oh,
yeah.
But actually, though, I mean, Destiny New York, fantastic. Like Pat is killing it. I'm so happy for him.
Yeah, we're all so, and I think that's what's great about this community, and we're all rooting for each other. and
Yeah.
and that's awesome to see that camaraderie, right?
Yeah. I feel like it's everyone's competing in a way, but everyone's happily promoting each other
Yeah,
at the
it's
same
healthy
time.
competition,
Hmm.
but then it's also awesome, again, like we said, just to see people just, root for each other. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, the previous pages we were showing earlier with
mhm.
the shirt that is up there on the
Yeah,
captain
this is our
option.
first time you get to cosplay as a character you probably don't want to cosplay as.
I don't think I want to cosplay as him, but I do like the shirt and the
Yeah,
Dead Squad logo on the back.
yeah.
So
Brian did a great job on that, because he already, of course, already had the logo done, and
mhm,
Joey had the idea for the shirt, and I was like, man, Joey, this is just such a solid idea, because we already had the Eat Slay Love shirt on the first campaign, which we will be bringing back later. Um, but we saw this one then, and this was just it was fun, you know.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
And this page was really cool to us too, because it's them explaining all the information they have on Hazel.
Hmm.
And then the next page, we wanted it to look like it was out of an anime, or ripped out of a manga, because the idea was this is how they would describe Hazel, or how they would draw her. So that's why
Yeah.
the style in this is so different. And then we switch back to the other style. So Brian did a really good job switching it up.
So that's Brian showing his range right there with the
Hmm.
different styles. It's
Yep.
awesome. Oh, Joey's already got ideas for another shirt.
We're not doing any more. We're only having the two. Yeah.
He's like,
I'm
no, no,
vet-
no, no, no.
yeah,
Hold on,
yeah,
hold
I'm
on.
vetoing this one.
I got one more.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Don't you want those heart eyes right there on a shirt?
I know, right? Yeah, like I said, Brian, he just did such a good job on this one. And
Yeah.
it's like he's so subtly funny, because like the one where the head's on the platter, um, the other hand, there's a severed hand on a stick that she's holding up to make
Hmm.
a heart.
Yep.
Like, it's just like stuff we don't ask him to do, you know?
Just the fun. He's having fun.
He is. He's
He's,
having,
you know.
and that's what's awesome to see when you see that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
I mean that right there. I don't remember if they're stickers or not, but that would make an amazing sticker.
I know. Oh, our first unlock is a sticker, and I think people are really going to like it.
Just her holding the chainsaw in love.
And then we're ripped right back to reality,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, could you please just get on with it?
Gotta be fucking kidding me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this,
I mean, and these two have just been through some trauma.
yeah, and then now they have to deal with the dead squad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's funny now, because how we wanted to set this up, this was our first reveal for Hazel, because you don't see Hazel until page 6, right? Um, and we have it set up now to where when you scroll down just a little bit, you see, Hazel sitting there, she's actually listening to everything that they're saying, which is we thought was really funny, because she's listening to
Yeah.
their plan.
Right.
Um,
They're just
and
standing right outside of her
yeah,
place talking about their plan.
yeah,
Like, okay, smart.
yeah. And then we finally get our first full reveal, and it's her knitting skin and just ready. She's got her chainsaw
Yes.
beside her, and we didn't want to show too much else, because it like it's kind of like what we did on the first time. We want you to be surprised.
Yeah.
If you read issue 1, or if you see the preview pages for issue 1, whenever you look at the free view that we have, things are going to get bloody, and things are going to get wild, so just get
Be
ready.
prepared.
Yeah.
Ready for the gore.
Yep.
I mean, the weirdest thing that I love in comics is like good pages like this that are like
Mhm.
that 6-8 pages into the story or whatever, and it's
Mhm.
like, bam, there's the
Yep.
title, or in this case, part
Yep.
2.
Mhm.
I think that like the first one that like really hit me with that was Something's Killing the Children, and it was
Right.
just all across 2 pages, Something's Killing the Children. I'm like,
That's
I
great.
love this.
Yeah.
I love this.
You're like, this is perfect.
I
That's
don't even know
awesome.
if I love the story yet, but I love this.
Mhm.
And yeah, and so like I said before, the Grandma Chainsaw part 1 and on All in Blood,
Yeah.
I was like, I love this, and now we got the part 2
Man,
skin.
just wait till you see part 3. Part 3 is I'm really curious to see how Brian's going to pull it off. I know he will.
Gonna have some organs or
Man,
eyeballs
it's
or
going to be
bones.
yeah, it's going to be very unexpected and just yeah, we're excited.
I can't wait. Someone wrote a review here. I don't know who this guy is, but
Some dork.
right,
I bet he looks stupid too.
probably yeah. His name's probably Allen.
Yeah, I bet it is too.
And this cool dude, Cody.
Cody's just
Yeah,
a cooler version of both of us. I think I've
right.
decided.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he doesn't need glasses, so
No,
like,
he doesn't. That's why it makes
yeah,
him awesome.
right.
And he's got a tattoo on his hand. He's immediately a hard ass.
Yeah, I got nothing on me anywhere.
Yeah, don't.
Just
Just we've had this
weak.
conversation. Just don't do it.
Yeah, we did. But yeah, also like some other creators you got on here. Because Pocus Hocus was originally with Bad Bug through Kickstarter, so you got a Bad Bug creator there.
Yeah.
Garrett Gunn, who Source Point Press, doing good things there. All kinds of cool things that he's like, I don't even know how many books he's got coming out now anymore.
5011.
I'm just like, good boy. I can keep track of Good Boy.
Yeah.
And Curse of Cleaver County, but the 20 others, I've lost.
And it's just so much subtle stuff because you don't expect them to come out, and then all of a sudden you see a new Garrett Gunn book. So
right.
yeah, and that's kind of like
Little Red Ronin. I was all on
Yeah.
too because I love that.
Right. I feel like that's the same thing too because I'm still involved with working with stuff with Bad Bug and everything like that. And I feel like Mike, I'll talk to him and then he'll be like, "Hey, we got this coming out," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And he's like, "Yeah, and it's almost done." It's like, how did you find the time to get this full comic done?
Just in my spare time.
Yeah.
Which I think we were talking about Ruben. I think he has something coming from Bad Bug soon.
Yes, he's got some stuff coming, and I have I've had the privilege of seeing it, and it's gnarly, and I think people are really gonna like it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, some cool quotes about the book there, and then of course
there it is. Yeah, I love this graphic that Joey made. It's just so funny. It's just like, yep, this is it.
Yep. Look where it's from. Look.
Yeah, look, everyone, look. Now you know.
Right. No, it's awesome. We were talking about these already. Holofoil metal. You got to bring that like collector aspect in.
And like we talked about before, and I think it's always so important to give fans new and old a very good price point and for the returning fans and a very reasonable entry point for new fans because you can't expect everyone to you can't price your stuff like skyrocket high, right? So like for us to get in, like if you're new to this and you're a digital reader, it's $9 to get issues 1 and 2, and if you're a physical reader, it's $15. So we try to like be very reasonable with how we do everything and just really have fun, right?
Yeah, right there, digital cover A, $10, which like a lot of things that now I'm like seeing, it's like here's one issue regular length for $25.
Yeah, that's a hard ask, right? And who are we to ask for that? So
go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, and we try to have that same pricing mentality too with our variant covers, right? Sometimes I see people price them, $10 to $15 higher than the cover A.
Yeah.
But we just do $2 extra. Like this is the variant cover,
No different printing.
No.
It's demand, I guess, of course, but
right, because the big demand with the variant covers is once they're gone from this campaign. Granted, with Grandma Chainsaw, we do bring back some of the older ones from issue 1, just to let people catch up. But whenever we do future campaigns like a Pocus campaign and stuff like that, the Kickstarter add-ons is only just going to be the cover A or a Kit Wallace cover, because that's when, from a this is behind the scenes stuff, whenever you order, if we only sell like one cover C of Grandma Chainsaw 1, we still have to order a stack of 25,
right,
because that's your minimum. Right.
Then
so it's just like, yeah, it's not cost effective then at that point.
Yeah.
So
So
yeah.
do you just sell the rest of those then until they're out and then
Hmm. Yeah, and
done?
then it just, again, it makes the most sense for us to, because we're still independent, we're still self-funding, so
Right.
it's just like you got to be smart about it, right? So
Yeah.
that's why I think that's what makes the covers fun to try to get.
Yeah.
And again, we're about to see it whenever you scroll down a little bit. uh we have a all-inclusive uh cover tier, and we also have a 2-pack too, to where you get to pick whatever covers you want and build your own
Where
tiers
was
kind
that?
of
Yeah.
thing. So yeah.
2-pack there, the
Yeah.
catch up physical for 15.
Hmm.
Get the
Yeah.
whole digital library for only 25.
Yeah, that's like 8 books, I think, altogether.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Heck, I'm gonna stop real quick. Can you believe we already have 8 things?
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you've been there since pretty much the beginning. So,
Yeah, somewhere like it might have been the last Bad Bug release, I think.
yeah, I think you came in at Pocus 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, no, I mean, that's yeah,
Yeah.
so much fun.
Welcome. Yeah, and then
And
obviously
more to come
comic,
this year.
yeah, comic and a T. Just it does, again, hey, we try to make them
Comic,
simple, right?
comic anti? Oh.
Yeah. What did we put on there? Did we put comic and T?
No,
How did I
no, no,
word
no,
it?
no. I was just
Oh,
saying
okay.
that would be perfect.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was like, oh my God, did I
Comic
word
and
it
tea.
poorly?
No, no.
Yeah.
I was just like, that actually sounds good. There's comics on coffee,
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah,
why not
we need to
comics
be
on
innovators,
tea?
I think.
Comics and tea, like
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's make this happen now. Let's get the PR guy on that.
Yep. All right, Joey, there we go.
Um,
Yeah, and the 35 bucks you get all the covers together.
yeah.
So yeah, you save money if that's what you want.
I feel like even though this was his response to something earlier, like, we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
we'll see. Yeah.
He went for on it.
On.
All
Okay,
right.
perfect.
Joey's got this.
Yeah, and then physical library, you get all of our back catalog for 35 bucks.
$8 for 35 bucks.
Mhm.
Cover A's. Yeah. But yeah,
There it
then
is.
the whole kit and caboodle. Have you done that?
Yeah, we already did that.
Ah.
Yeah. See, it's going to start getting really difficult.
I think Kit-tastic, if you haven't done Kit-tastic.
Okay, that's the next one, because you just did my job for me. Thank you, because
Yeah.
I would have wasted too much brain space trying to figure out what to probably call it.
Kit and caboodle is real good though.
Yeah, already, like I said,
you did
already
well.
wasted it. Yeah.
You did well. But I
Yeah.
feel like Kit and caboodle has that I don't know what the word is I'm looking for right now, but it feels like you're getting a lot.
Yeah. I mean, and it's Kit's artwork, so it's always a lot in such a good way. Yeah.
Yeah. The whole Kit and caboodle is just like one Kit Wallace cover.
Yeah. So yeah, retail tier before
Retailers?
before we end up hitting shops. So this is this is the easy, quick way to do it and get it early. So
yeah.
and then of course the metal covers.
Which I mean, that is a
yeah.
very metal cover.
It's metal cover. I can't wait to see what that one looks like too. The Kit Wallace one with that shine over
geez.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you can't do this to me. You can't put metal
so
covers
sorry.
on here. That, especially that one.
Mhm.
Yeah. And that one.
Yeah.
Just like you're looking at these and like the like the shiny. Your brain just says shiny.
Yeah, your brain immediately turns to mush when you look at it.
Yes, shiny. I will take. But no, I mean, I think from the collector side of things, people love to have that like exclusive, low run, interesting type of cover, and metals hit that very well.
100%.
You can't make a lot of metals. It gets
no,
too
they're
expensive.
Yeah, dude, metals are stupidly expensive to order. And we'll get into that here in a minute. But like, so we also have, it's the $60. This is what we talked about earlier. It's 8 comics all together, but it's the 4 covers from issue 1 and the 4 covers from issue 2 together. Which we think that was kind of a cool thing to do. And of course we'll do it again for issue 3 and issue 4. Just because that way it's a good collector's thing, because like we said before, Grandma Chainsaw is only going to be 4 issues. So get it while you can. Right.
Get on that before it's
Mhm.
gone.
Yep. And then see, I love this now because this is kind of like what we did with the pick two, and we did it
Mhm.
with the medals. So you get to pick two medals, or you get all of them for 180. So it's pretty much like you're getting a medal cover for free.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Save $20 on two or get one free with
hmm If you
that.
get all of them,
Yeah. And then just
and then
get
of
everything.
course everyone has to have the tier. This is everything, right? So
Everything ever created. Oh.
yep. This is even from other people's campaigns too.
Every Kickstarter ever made
Yeah,
right
all the
here.
Kickstarters running right now. If you back this, we'll just give you their stuff too.
All the 200 campaigns that just
Yeah.
launched. It's right here.
Yeah, trust us, they'll love it.
And everything just can be added on. Everything.
It's crazy though to look at this
It's
because
insane.
this is all the works that we've put out in like 2 years. It's just nuts,
Yeah.
right?
Get
We,
yourself
I,
an apron.
Dude, the aprons are awesome.
Do you use it to cook?
No, I do not. It's too valuable.
Don't want to get any grease.
Yeah, yeah.
Splattering on
It's
it.
only good for blood. Yeah.
It's like $1 per campaign. Yeah. Yep. But no, I mean, I think we talked about it a few times. Just the Kickstarter is becoming a more popular place to fund projects, and
100%.
I think with how the direct market is, it's a useful place for that to work. And I feel like the people that love the story, if it hits direct market later, are still going to pick it up because they love it that much, and they're the collector,
Yeah.
and they're like, I'm in on this. I got the exclusive Kickstarter thing, and then I'll get the the one that comes out from the publisher too, and it's a different thing going on.
Right. 100%. And it's yeah, again, we kind of mentioned it before. So we also put this down here too because
Mhm.
this was our first Kickstarter or our campaign, our first book series, Pocus Hocus, and we're so proud of this book series and how it's turned out and how the story's
It
progressing.
should
And
be.
we were very happy with how issue 5 turned out as well. We think that we definitely are setting up a good second arc, and
Yeah.
we we think we left a pretty good cliffhanger too
Oh yeah.
at
Oh
the end of
yeah.
that one. Yeah.
That ended. I'm like, where's issue 6? Let's
Yeah.
go.
Come on,
Come on.
hurry up.
Come on. Volume 2, number 2. Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, and speaking of Pocus Hocus, you have had the fortune of seeing the next campaign that we have coming out. So after this, we're launching finally the full version of Horus and Hell. And we couldn't get enough of the 8 pages, so we're going to make this into a mini series.
Oh
And
yeah.
we just Kit Wallace has just done so much great work, and the stuff that he's already put together on this one has been so awesome. And you got a chance to see the new
Yeah.
cover A
Oh,
for
I'm
issue 1.
excited for that.
It's Yeah, Kit did he did great. So it's kind of cool to see it now because that cover you have for the ash can, you're not going to be able to get it in any other form now. So
Nice.
yep, there it is. We have that
My
now.
ass can.
It is your ash can.
Nobody else has it. No, I'm kidding.
No,
A lot
there
of
are many
people
like it,
probably
but this one is mine.
do.
So
Yeah, there are.
yeah, but yeah, so now it's just really cool to see that, and then just to see Kit's excitement for the new project and for Horus and Hell to really bring that to life.
Yeah.
Like I said, that cover, it's one of my favorites, man. It's definitely on par with the Dead Squad one too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, when you sent me that, I was like, "Oh, that's so good.
yeah,
That's so good."
he did a great job. So we'll be probably revealing that a little later once the Kickstarter gets built, and once we probably right when we end Grandma Chainsaw, we could say, all right, guys, here we go again. We got another one for you.
And let's go.
Yep. So and we're still working on Pocus Hocus number 6. We're getting the script for that finalized. So we're obviously working to try to see what the best line right now is, because Pocus Hocus is we're coming out in comic shops this year.
Yeah.
So we can't wait to do that. And yeah, this team, man, has just been phenomenal. So
Yeah. With Brian doing, both books, he trying to
mhm.
rotate back and forth between them to
Yeah, just
Uh,
so he doesn't get, too bored or whatever. But it's
yeah,
funny
yeah.
because
These
I
books are
know
just
how
so boring.
I know these books are yeah, they're horribly boring. I know how it's cool because we all kind of know how each other works at this point. But
Hmm.
I know when Grandma Chainsaw 2 is done, I know Brian's probably going to want to hammer out 3 and 4 just so we can go ahead and have that completed series and our
Yeah.
another trade paperback in our hands, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah,
And then when you hit that point of doing a trade, you don't have to wait for him to do more art for the interior necessarily,
right.
unless you put some sort of like, I don't know, stretch goal of here's extra content.
Yeah, we have some cool ideas that we've been bouncing back and forth for what the future of the Grandma Chainsaw trade would look like and everything. And we're going to try to really embody what we did for the Pocus Hocus trade by having like that just really cool demon book cover that you see, and we're just yeah, man. We're just trying to have we're just trying to stay fun and oh, hey, thank you so much. I
Yeah.
appreciate that.
And Brennan will be on tomorrow night to talk
Oh,
about his
nice.
his thing.
Yeah, we're just trying to have fun, man, and stay creative and just make sure if the audience reads that we're having fun, then we're definitely doing our job.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and it comes across. And then
Mhm.
there's this Joey guy here. Who's he?
Yeah, just some dude.
Yeah, he's gonna get together a Geek Collective exclusive for that.
Yep. It's man, yeah, I can't wait for that one. I think that one has me more nervous than anything, because I just you just never know how it's going to be received because it's kind of
Yeah,
like it's a side story, but it could still stand on its own. You know what I mean? It's just you just don't know. So
but I mean I think we talked about this last time. We were talking
mm,
about just because we were talking about the awards thing at the time, and you're like cutest little bunny sidekick whatever.
yeah, cutest demonic rabbit, right?
Right. And I think that's the appeal of Horus is maybe it's a different appeal than the other books,
Hmm.
but Horus has his own appeal
Yeah,
that readers are gonna connect with and be like, okay, it's the cute demonic creature, like
yeah.
whatever, let's do it.
And
Uh,
if anyone's ever seen Kit Wallace's art, it's going to be absolutely chaotic on those
yes,
pages in a good way. So it's going to be very bright, colorful, and bloody.
yeah. I mean, I've read a. All right. We'll go to some beautiful people up here.
Why'd you put a picture of Jeremy? How did you sneak a picture of yourself
I
up here?
I hacked the site.
Yeah,
And I stuck it to Joey so he could put me on there.
I know, right?
Secretly, that's also me over there. No. I also like every time I see your guys' like last names together, I'm like, is this a law firm? Dunford and Radford.
Yeah,
That I don't know. Just it sounds like a law firm right there. Just protecting you from
yeah,
hell.
Dunford Radford. Yeah,
Dunford and Radford protecting you from hell. Or sending you to hell. It depends on your if you're defense or prosecutors.
hmm
Yeah, let me pull this off. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens in this chapter, of course, of Grandma Chainsaw and who who dies first from the dead squad because
Oh, I want to say so bad
I
because it's
know.
so
I mean, I
funny.
don't even tell me
I'm not gonna
after.
I'm not gonna say
I
anything. Yeah,
I want to read it and yeah, they're ambulance chains or they're sending people to ambulances.
yeah.
You never know. Um, but yeah, I mean, the whole cast is kind of hilarious. So I have a feeling we're gonna see some pretty interesting deaths coming up.
Yeah, yeah. This one, I'll talk to you about it after you read the book because the deaths that we see in this one are it's it's funny. It's just funny.
I can't wait. Um, where can people ever where can everyone follow you and see what's going on with this campaign with the future campaigns we got coming up?
Yeah, so obviously, following us on Kickstarter is a really good way to just to kind of stay in the know. We have a Substack. It is the Top Hat Studios .substack.com. So that way, if you want to catch an announcement, we're usually pretty good about it, and we do not blow up your inbox. I promise, with just random crap.
Oh my
Yeah, we
God.
are not on
Right.
Facebook, but we are on Twitter. So you can follow me at Chaps of Fury, and obviously follow anyone else on the team. They all have all their socials too, because we're all in this together and we're all promoting each other. So
Yeah. Follow Geek Collective, who's putting all the PR out there on
Mhm.
Twitter. Wherever else he is, Instagram too, I think.
Somewhere.
There is an Allen Dunford on Instagram, but
Yeah,
it's not
that's me. I haven't fixed anything on it yet, so
active.
I'm
you were
horrible.
you were tagged in the post for today, so
Oh, wonderful. Okay, cool. So
when
that's what
you
that yeah,
see
that's what that rogue notification was.
yeah, you're like, Instagram's telling me something, go
Yeah.
away.
Yeah, get out of here. Get that
Delete
nonsense.
notification. This is probably not important at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the aether everywhere. He's floating around telling people about comics all the time. That's probably it. But no, thanks for coming back.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to come back again, man. Thank you so
Yeah,
much for always having me, man. Just such an awesome host.
absolutely. And
Yep.
maybe one of these days I'll have the big headset on too, just to fit
Just
the
to
picture.
really throw people off, right?
Yeah. I think I have one that's got the microphone even too, but it's red and
Oh,
black.
that sucks.
Um, oh, yeah. Jay Burns there, getting the time zones off, but yeah, check out the replay as everything we've been talking about, and check out Alan's
Yep.
campaign.
And thanks so much for stopping by too, Jay. I appreciate that, man. I know it was the last second, but hey, thanks for coming
Yeah,
back.
you made it at the end.
Yep.
That's what matters,
That is what matters, right?
right?
And thank you everyone that watched, commented, and thank you to everyone who has backed, right?
Yeah, I think
Like,
you went up a couple backers during this. I don't know if it
yeah,
was because of this,
it is.
but
It is 100%,
we'll
without a
say
doubt.
there was two that went and backed.
But yeah, no, like for real. Thank you, everyone. It means more to us than you know for just giving us your hard-earned money and supporting us and just
Yeah.
supporting in the indie community. Thank you.
I would say also one other thing I like to say is just people that maybe can't support with money, retweeting,
Oh,
reposting,
yeah, that
putting the
means
word out
more than
there.
anything too. Just even just
Yeah.
taking the time to like share it out or
Yeah.
just tell your friends or help, tell your grandma about the
Or
book. Yeah.
being in here and watching and listening in and thinking about the book in general, and
Mhm.
one day maybe when you got the money backing it or picking it up if it comes out on shelves one day, you know.
Yep.
That all is awesome, and that support definitely helps all creators.
Yep.
But yeah, thanks again everybody, and have a good nice night.
Bye guys.